Everybody has their own secret combination of the perfect tomato plants to plant in their garden. And I am going to share with you our perfect plan for this year's tomato garden. Hi everybody, welcome to Living Traditions Homestead. My name is Sarah and I am planting the last tray of tomato seeds. And now that may not be a big deal for you, but I think I've said this 4 times already that I promise this is the last tray. But this really is my last tray. I'm almost out of seeds and there's no possible way that I'm going to be able to use all of these plants and maybe even sell all of these plants at the farmer's market, but I just can't help myself. I'm so excited for spring and to plant our tomato garden and to start harvesting amazing tomatoes. So, what is your favorite tomato plant to grow? What's your favorite tomato variety? I would love to hear that. I've been listening to different homestead YouTubers over the last week or so talking about gardening and their favorite tomatoes and that kind of thing, and I keep hearing more and more different varieties that are people's favorites. Kevin and I have really decided that there are 2 favorites that we have, must-haves, that will be going in our garden this year. And there are quite a few that are also going to be new in our garden, and we're hoping for the best. So I thought it would be fun as I'm planting my last seed tray to talk with you about what our favorites are and what we're going to be planting this year, and kind of our plan for all of these tomatoes. Now there are 2 types of tomatoes, 2 variety of tomato plants that are a must-have in our tomato garden. The first one we discovered last year, which was our first year gardening in Missouri. We planted the Jet Star hybrid of tomato plant. Let me tell you something. I've never had more beautiful, consistent, healthy, juicy, disease-resistant plants ever than the Jet Star. So that is going to be the first tomato plant that we put in the garden. So we're going to have 2 50-ish foot rows of tomato plants this year, and we hope to have a total of about 70 plants total, so 35 in each row. And we will have 1 complete row be hybrids that are for slicing and dicing and canning, like diced tomatoes and those kinds of things. So we'll be using the Jet Star for those, and we'll also be using Celebrity. The Celebrity tomato was our go-to tomato when we lived in Arizona. It grew really fast, nice sized tomatoes, and did really well for us. And so we are going to be planting that again here in Missouri this year. So those 2 are going to be our big plants for slicing, eating, and canning diced tomatoes. The second row in our garden for tomatoes is going to be for paste tomatoes. Now, we've never grown paste tomatoes before, and so I'm a little bit nervous, but last year I struggled making pasta sauce and thicker kinds of sauces, ketchup, barbecue sauce, because the tomatoes that we grew, while they were amazing and they were super abundant, they were very juicy. So either I had to boil the sauce forever and ever and ever, amen, or I developed a way to actually have the juices kind of separate from the pulp, and I would kind of scoop out or ladle out all of that juice so that I would have more of the pulp left. Well, if I can avoid that this year, I would really like to. So we've decided to try 2 different varieties of paste tomatoes. One of them is a true paste tomato and the other one is considered a plum tomato. Now, I don't really know the difference between a paste tomato and a plum tomato, and if you know the difference, I would love for you to explain that to me in the comment section below. But we're going to be using one called San Marzano and the other is called Opelka. So those 4 tomatoes are going to be the primary tomatoes that we are going to be growing and planting for our tomato garden this year. But there are several others too that we're going to be growing. Last year we grew a small tomato. It was a 1-ounce tomato, kind of just like, it's bigger than a cherry tomato or a grape tomato, but it's perfect for just like cutting up a little bit and putting into a salad. And it is called, it's from Baker Creek, it's called Black Vernissage or Vernissage. I'm not really sure. We call them Black Vern. And they were fantastic. They were about the size of a golf ball, maybe a little bit smaller, maybe more like a ping pong ball, but they were very sweet. They weren't acidic at all, and they were great for eating right off the plant, and great in salads. So we're going to do those this year, Black Vern. We're going to do the green variety of that called Green Vernissage, or Vernissage. We'll call them Green Vern. And when I ordered tomato plants, no, when I ordered tomato seeds from Totally Tomato, which is where I got a lot of my tomato seeds this year, they sent me some free seeds of another small variety called Egg Yolk. And they're going to be like bright yellow. So the 3 of those together will make a really nice bunch of small tomatoes in like a basket for the farmer's market to slice up for salads and those kinds of things. It'll be really pretty. So I'm excited to grow all 3 of those and have those not only for our family to eat, but also to present those for sale at the farmer's market. My friend, who also sells at the farmer's market, and she is a fabulous seed saver, has all different kinds of seeds from everywhere. She actually gave me seeds for 2 different varieties of tomatoes that I've never tasted and I've never grown before. So we're going to try those 2, and that's actually what I'm planting today. The first one is called Black Brandy Wine. It's an heirloom. I've seen pictures of it. It's beautiful. She swears that the taste of it is amazing, so we're going to try that. I'm excited. And then the other variety that she gave to me is super interesting. The tomatoes are real small, and it is called Chocolate Cherry. I think they also sell this at Baker Creek, and so we're going to try that. It's a smaller, kind of eating, pop in your mouth kind of tomato, and I think it would also complement the variety that I'm going to put together for the farmer's market and make just a really nice bunch, beautiful bunch of small tomatoes to sell. Why 70 plants of tomatoes? Well, the first and most important reason is that our family and on our homestead, we hope to and plan to raise as much of our own food as possible. And when I say that, I mean like I don't want to buy a tomato product at the store ever again if I don't have to. And that is my goal. It's a huge goal. It's a huge time commitment. But I don't want to rely on the grocery store. I want to make everything that I can at home because I know what's in it. It's healthier and it's less expensive. So partially the biggest reason why we're growing 70 tomato plants is for our own family's pantry. The second reason is as an income opportunity. You know, Kevin and I are on the homestead full-time. We don't have outside jobs anymore. We left corporate America to live this lifestyle. We live a very simple life. We spend very little money. We have no debt. We're 100% debt-free, no mortgage, no car payments. And that has set us up for success to build our homestead and to remain self-employed with our own business here on the homestead. So selling seedlings, selling our tomatoes and plants and extra things that we have in the garden at the farmers markets and at Baker Creek and those kinds of things are an awesome income opportunity for us. So that is the primary reason why we grow 70 tomato plants, along with a lot of other extra things beside what our family needs to feed our family. Well, 70 tomato plants and all of these seedlings
They make us a little bit crazy, but you know, we're having a great time. Hey, you guys, I'd like to hear from you. What are your favorite varieties of tomatoes that you plan to put in your garden this year? I wish you all the very best with this year's tomato season. Before you go, please subscribe, share, and comment below. Until next time, guys, thanks so much for stopping by the homestead. Take care, and God bless.